Yeah, hi, hello. Today let us discuss on famous build tool used during our projects to compile the source code and create artifacts. That is we call it as Maven. Maven is the famous and trending tool used nowadays for building the artifacts by compiling the source code. Okay, let us see about Maven in a basic level, both theoretically and practically. Maven is mainly used for Java-based applications, Java-based programming language. See, if you are by seeing project itself, you can say that whether they have used build tool as Maven or other build tools like Gradle, whatever maybe, or from cloud. If the project contains pom.xml folder, then we can blindly say it as it is a Maven-based project. Okay, they have used build tool as Maven. If we find pom.xml folder in the project where we can add our dependencies, plugins everywhere to build an application in a programming language. This is the folder we can simply say. This is the architecture, basic architecture of Maven, where we're going to get local repository, we'll be searching remote repository, plugins and dependencies. Then we're going to add them in the pom project.mxl, which is nothing but pom.xml. Okay, we'll see both theoretically and practically in detail, step by step. Okay, what is Maven? I already told you in a simple words, Maven is a build tool used to build and create artifacts. Okay, the programs or the code, what we're going to return in the pom.xml will be creating artifacts by building. Okay, where we're going to perform some sort of goals like a Maven build, Maven clean, Maven welfare, Maven test. We'll see one by one in next slides. Okay, at the first glance, Maven can appear to be many things, but in a nutshell, Maven is an attempt to apply patterns to a project's build infrastructure in order to promote comprehension and productivity by providing a clear path in the use of best practice. Okay, Maven is essentially a project management and compensation tool, and as such provides a way to help with managing. These are the things what we're going to perform using Maven. Build, we can perform builds. Mainly it is used for build tool. If you think of any build open source tools, the first thing will come to that strikes in our mind is Maven. It is the famous and trending tool. Okay, where we're going to use in a IDEs. If you want to use directly in cloud means we have something called a code build in AWS cloud platform. Okay, builds, documentation, reporting, dependencies, SCMs, releases, distributions, all we can perform using this Maven build tool. How can Maven benefit my development process? If I am a developer, suppose assume that I am a developer, how this Maven build tool will going to use for me? See, first I have taken on Spring Boot application. It is also one type of Maven based application, Maven based project, or some Java based applications. Mainly Maven is used in Java applications only. Okay. If I am the developer, Maven can provide benefits for build processor by employing standard conventions and practices to accelerate your development cycle while at the same time helping you achieve a higher rate of success. I have written some programming language and I have in the folder pom.xml. I will go in to show you structure and everything where we're going to add these dependencies plugin in order to achieve our expectations. Okay, or the performance of application, how it is designed. Uh, everything will be designed written in the form of dependencies and plugins inside that folder pom.xml. If I'm a developer, I'm going to add all the dependencies and plugins, what I need, test ng, JUnit test cases, Java. There's something, all the dependencies, not only one. I will show you where we're going to get from that all dependencies and plugins and how we have to add them one by one. Okay. If I am a developer, I'm going to write all the application logic or business logic inside that folder itself. Okay. Application build is a process of compiling source code. I already told you that it is a process of compiling source code. The source code which we got, suppose we will be giving SCM checkout and Jenkins CI/CD pipelines, CI/CD this where source code will be generating by GitHub repository. For that, we want to compile the source code. We're going to compile that. Then we're going to create the artifacts in the form of inside the target folder by giving command Maven clean package. we're going to get the target folder. Inside that, the artifacts will be present in the form of war file or jar file. How Maven, see, here only they have mentioned how Maven download and use the plugins and all the required dependencies. We can get it from Maven repository by searching Maven repository in the web, whatever may be the web, like Chrome, Microsoft Edge. You can simply search for Maven repositories and click on the first page what we're going to get, first URL. Then we're going to be getting the dependencies, and we're there in search bar. If you search for any dependencies like JUnit test, test.ng, it will be appear, and they simply we're going to copy them and we'll be pasting in pom.xml in IDEs. Whatever may be the IDEs like Visual Studios, Eclipse, PyCharm, most probably nowadays, if you talk about any IDEs, will be generally commonly hearing names will be Visual Studio, PyCharm, Eclipse. Central repo, remote repo, local repo. How we going to add dependencies? This is the project structure. If you are using Maven based project, the structure will be like this: src, main, Java, test, Java, target, pom.xml. Here only they have mentioned see pom.xml folder. Define the application artifacts by using plugins on all the dependencies, Maven artifacts, JR libraries, MVN libraries, from where we're going to get plugins and dependencies. This is the folder structure. I will show you practically also, no need to worry about it. I am going to show you both theoretical and practical. This is the theory, what I am presenting in my screen using PowerPoint presentation. Then after I'm going to show you in practically using one IDE. I'm going to use this Eclipse for IDE. I'll show you how we're going to work it by taking an example of one project, what I have done. Maven commands and goals. See, these are the goals to build and create artifacts. Most probably, we'll be using this Maven clean to clean the package, to clean the target folder, where we're going to get a jar or war file, the artifacts in the form of our jar or war file. MBN compile to compile the source code, MBN test to compile and execute the genuine test cases, MVN package to compile, test, and package or application, MVN install to install the package to local repository, MVN deploy to deploy the package from local repository to remote repository. These are some Maven goals, mainly. But mainly, if you want to look for practically in a open source tool, so in a project where we're going to deploy an application, I have made one video on Docker. There I have used this MVN clean. I have cleaned the package and I obtained the target folder. Inside that I got jar or war file. If you want, you can check it over there. And Maven used, where Maven mostly used. I already told you that we mainly use IDEs. Like IDE is nothing but integrated development environment like Visual Studio, Eclipse, PyCharm, etc., etc. There we're going to use Maven for building the source code, comparing the source code and building and creating the artifacts. Okay, using Maven tool, we can what type of application we can build. This is where we are mainly discussing. Mainly Java console application, Java web application. It's using Tomcat. Tomcat is a web server. Tomcat is a web server. Using Spring Boot, Maven. See, I already told you that Spring Boot comes under Maven-based applications. Spring Boot is a Java application framework, Java console application, Java web application. See, all this comes where we're going to use Maven. Mainly, I already told you that Java is mainly used for Maven is mainly used under Java programming language for building the process, compiling source code and building artifacts, creating artifacts. Come down. And pom.xml. I already told you, using pom.xml, we can get a deployment in the form of jar or war file. Inside the target file, the artifacts will be present in the form of jar file or war file. It is the folder where we have all the application artifacts, plugins, and all the required dependencies to build an application. That's what I have discussed in the earlier. Inside that folder only, everything, how the application want to design, how the application is going to run, everything will be designed inside that pom.xml folder. We can blindly say by seeing the pom.xml inside a project, this is belongs to Maven based Java based application, where they have used Maven for the build tool. There are other build tools like Gradle, but mainly we're going to use about this Maven itself. Maven is the best build tool used for building and creating artifacts. It is mainly used by Java based application. It is the best and mostly used build tool nowadays, apart from other build tools. Like there are other famous tools like Gradle. And the clouds like in AWS, if you talk about Amazon Web Service, they're going to provide managed service for building, comparing source code and creating artifacts. That is what we call as AWS cold build. I will show you that also. Okay, we have seen a basic knowledge. We have got some basic theory, basic information about Maven. This is the Maven architecture. From local repository, we're going to open this pom.xml. Then we're going to check for the dependencies, plugins, what we're going to require, and we're going to search them from the web, whatever may be the web like Microsoft Edge or Chrome. Then we're going to search them, and we're going to copy the dependencies required, and we're going to paste it in a pom.xml. Okay. We have seen about theory about the Maven. Now we're going to see practically. This is the Eclipse. How the Eclipse will going to work. We're going to see. This is the IDE. See, I open index.html, banking, pom.xml. See, this is the pom.xml. This is the Maven based application, Java based Maven application. It's taking some time. No need to worry. It's not responding. It's a long time. Meanwhile, I'll show you in a cloud how this managed service will be there inside our AWS, Amazon Web Services. What is the AWS? What is the managed service for build tool in AWS? Search for AWS console. Taking some time. Yeah. Okay. Show you afterwards. Yeah. See, I opened this. This is the Maven dependencies. If you observe here, these are the dependencies. Index.html. Okay. See, I will show you some Maven dependencies. See, here if you observe, here we have something called target. Inside it only we're going to have artifacts in the form of jar or war file. It's not. See, these are the dependencies. Spring Boot. I click on the folder Maven dependencies. These are the dependencies. Okay. We'll show you practically also from where we're going to get these dependencies. Come down, come down. See, here we have something called pom.xml. I have already opened that folder. See, pom.xml. Banking. This is the application name and pom.xml. See, we have so many dependencies here. If you want to add, we can add here in between them. Dependencies. We have used, see here we have added dependencies like Selenium, H2 database, TestNG. These are dependencies we have added. For your sake, I'm going to add one dependency. I'm searching for Maven. Enter Maven repositories. Choose the first one from here. Now, I'm going to search for something, some repositories like, let me search for Selenium or Java. Search for Java. Yeah, let me search. See, I got my SQL connected Java, Selenium Java, and if I click on TestNG, TestNG, enter TestNG. Just click on a TestNG. See, Click on 7.8.0 latest version. I am clicking on the latest version. See, from here we're going to add, popping this, copied this dependency. If I want to add, I can simply paste here. If I paste here, it will be added here. Because I have already added test.ng, just I am showing for you. Okay, this is where we can add our Maven repository, Maven dependencies and plugins into our IDEs. Okay, now see, now I am going to perform some goals here. How the Maven build tool will going to work. I am clicking on pom.xml folder. Pom.xml, click on pom.xml, click on right click. I am running the application. See, run as cleaning the package, Maven clean. Started cleaning, I think so. Let's see. It started cleaning my package. See, build success. It's the target. We got the target folder and the artifacts created in the form of jar file. Now let me verify Maven test. I will go to test now. Inside the target file, inside the target folder only, we will going to have this artifacts in the form of var or jar file. See, I am verified and it's under process. Yeah, build success, I think so. Tested, I think, right? Let me verify. I have tested the project folder, text pom.xml. It's build success, I think so. Then compare plugin. These are the plugins what they are testing and verifying. Comparing 5 source code files. See, changes detected. Recomparing the module. It is trying to detecting whether what are the what are the changes I have made to the pom.xml folder. If I made any changes, it will go into compile again. If not, see, it started compiling plugin, Maven repository.plugin, Maven compile plugin. See, Surefire plugin. It is testing everything. Now let us verify it. It is build success, I think so. Yeah, build success now. Now let us run as verify. Till now we have tested them. Now verify. This is where we're going to use this build tool, Maven build tool, for cleaning, for building, for verifying, for testing. The main purpose of using this Maven build tool is to compile the source code and create artifacts. Okay. Now, how we can generate these reports? See, here we have something called under. I have already showed you that theoretically src main. See, test Java. Here we have something called index.html. Click on index.html. Go to properties. I am trying to generate a test.ng report, right? See, I will show you the test.ng report. Because I have cleaned the package, I have performed some, I have compiled the source code. Okay, created artifacts. Now I'm going to check this whether I have performed as my expectations or not. Now I'm going to get it from here. Simply paste it here. Enter. If I have performed very well, the banking application will be displayed on test ng. Open the IDE. Also. Yeah. Doc.html. Detected test ng version C. Yes. Yeah. Now let me copy this path. Copy it. Simply paste it in web browser. Okay. Yeah, see. Now I got my banking domain website. The front end of my application. This is the front end of my application. Read more. Yeah, this is the front end of my application. My build work is completed very successfully. That's why I did the banking web application front end page is appeared on my display on my web browser, whatever maybe the web browser like Microsoft Edge or Chrome. See, this is my AWS console. Here I going to search for managed build service code build. This is used to compile the source code and build and create artifacts. That is the open source what we have used Maven during our Java based application. From cloud, we're going to use here your projects. What are the projects? You can take the project from your folder if it's present, then we're going to build the project. Okay. This is the see artifacts, code commit is used for Git, code artifact build. This is the build process. Okay. Deploy, pipeline for Jenkins, deploy for Kubernetes and Docker. This is where we can manage it from cloud. Now, let me go back. Come to EC2 dashboard. I will show you another. Let me run this instance first. Click on remove it from running. Yeah, I'm running this Jenkins master. Start the instance and leave it for a while. Meanwhile, we're going to see another IDE. This is the Eclipse IDE what we have seen just now till now. Now we're going to see Visual Studio how it's going to appear. Yeah, it's successfully running, I think so. Now what I am sharing with my knowledge, as per my knowledge, is from for basic level. Okay, not basic level, it comes under intermediate. Yeah, it started running. Let me take this external IP address or public IP address, paste it, followed by port number 8080 because the Jenkins run at default port number 8080. Still it's running, I think so. Visual Studio from open. I'm trying to show you another IDE, how it's going to work. 8, 7, password username. Yeah, I'm giving wrong name, wrong username. I think I forgot my username. Yeah, okay, let it be. Yeah, I'm opening this Visual Studio. Just for the intention behind opening this Jenkins master is to show you the how this Groovy script will going to appear. The CI/CD pipeline, the script declarative pipeline. So let it be. Yeah, that is not that much important as of now. Just I will going to show you in from Visual Studio IDE. It's taking some time. Yeah. This is another IDE. It will also work same as Eclipse. Okay. Visual Studio. From here we can create infrastructure as a code, like tools, IIC tools like Ansible, Terraform. We can launch the AWS instance from here also. Okay. We have so many. Here from here also we can launch an instance from using we can launch the instance using Terraform infrastructure as a code. Then we can create the infrastructure here itself for Jenkins CI/CD pipeline entire. Then simply we can copy it and paste it in a CI/CD pipeline, the declarative pipeline. My intention is to show you the infrastructure, but it's taking more than time that I am expecting. Yeah. From the file, I started opening the files. It's taking some time, okay? This is how the IDs will going to work. The main purpose of using this build tool is to compile the source code and create artifacts. Terraform state it's opening. See the Terraform state. TF search for TF. Created some files for it. Yeah, I think I lost that data. Okay, this is a see I created one new file. From here, also we can perform like g.v.dileep. I'm trying to create one new file .tf create file. See here we can write infrastructure as a code. From here we can launch an instance, we can build our process, we can compile source code, we can do SCM check code, we can deploy. This is another IDE. Okay, be careful that after giving your name, folder name or file name, you have to give TF. Okay, This is another thing. I hope I have explained you very well. This is all about Maven build tool. How this Maven build tool is going to work. This is going to compile the source code, create artifacts. Famous tools like PyCharm, but most now trending tool is among all build tools. Maven is the mostly and trending tool nowadays.